Since we've been working on adding mixed number fractions in class, I'm making this video as a reference for my students when they need a little extra help to remember how to add mixed number fractions. So I'm going to start by doing a problem of 3 and 2/4. We're going to add on to that 1 and 1/8. So what we're going to do first is put our wholes out here. So we have one whole, we have two wholes, and we have our third whole. So we're going to make our wholes red, and then we have to make 2/4. So when it says how many parts, we're going to put the denominator in there, and that is the number on the bottom. So we have 4 parts. And when we want to figure out how many parts we have, we're going to put the numerator in there. So that's 2 parts, so we're going to shade 2 of those parts red. So now we need 1 and 1/8. So let's start with whole. So we have one whole, and we're going to make those orange. And then we have 1/8. So like I just said, how many parts is the denominator? So the denominator in 1/8 is 8. So we're going to make 8 parts, and then we're going to shade in 1, which is the numerator. So now we have 1 and 1/8, and we have 3 and 2/4 here. So the next step is finding a common denominator for 2/4 and 1/8. So I know that 4 goes into 8 two times. So I'm going to take 2/4 and multiply the bottom and the top, so the numerator and the denominator. I'm going to multiply both of those by 2. So I'm going to get 4/8. So I want to make this into a fraction, so I'm going to get a new fraction strip. And how many parts? That's the denominator, so we're going to put 8 in there. And we're going to shade these ones purple, so we're going to put 4 out of the 8. So we're going to put the numerator shaded. So now you can see we have 4. So what I want to show you is that these are exactly the same size. So you can see that we have exactly the same amount of purple as we do red. So these are equal. So the two oh, the 2/4 and the 4/8 are equal, as you can see here. So now we have, what this means is we have 3 and 4/8 plus 1 and 1/8. So this makes our problem a lot simpler now that we have a common denominator, which is the bottom number, and then we just have to add. So we're going to split this problem up in half. So what we have is 3 plus 1, which is our wholes. So we can actually count these. We have 1, 2, 3, and we have one more, which is down here, and this equals 4. So we have 4. And then we have to add 4/8 plus 1/8. And this is when we just add across. So 4 plus 1 is 5/8. And you can see that in the fraction strips over here because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're adding one more down here, which is 5. And that's how we get this 5. And we get the over 8 because it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wholes, which is the denominator. So that makes our answer 4 from the 4 wholes, these wholes, that equals 4, and then 5/8 from right here, which is these plus these, and that is 5/8. And that is how you add 3 and 2/4 plus 1 and 1/8 to get 4 and 5/8.